Okay, so the next thing we're going to talk about is rotations, and rotations is turning an object around a point. So once again, I don't have my tools with me, so we're going to have to make do with just kind of doing it piecemeal. If I was in the classroom, I would love to actually use some patty paper and show how this works, but unfortunately we can't get back to the classrooms right now, so this will have to do. A is 2, 1, B is 7, 3, C is 6, 7. Okay. So I'm going to rotate this around the origin. And so when I rotate, I'm going to go counterclockwise, which is basically in this direction. So in this case, we'd be going left, just like Beyonce told us to. It's a joke. It's a bad joke, I grant you, but it's a joke. Okay, so when I rotate this counterclockwise, normally, again, I would use a piece of patty paper to go ahead and rotate it, but in this case, we're just going to have to accept that it was there. So when I rotate, this is going to become -1, 2. -3, 7. And -7, 6. So once again, it's going to look like this. And so I'm going to get A prime to be -1, 2. B is going to be -3, 7. And C prime is going to be -7, 6. So normally I would stand and discuss what the rule is right here and now. But I'm actually going to do all the rotations first. And then I'm going to discuss what the rule is. So I'm not going to rotate it one more time. So this was 90 degrees counterclockwise. Okay, I'm going to rotate one more time. So I'm going to be 180. So here was in quadrant 2. It's not always in quadrant 2, but it's just in another, just rotate into another quadrant. And here I'm going to be in quadrant 3. And so what I'm going to get out is right here. -7, -3. And -6, -7. It's going to look like that. And my points are going to be -2, -1, -7, -3, and -6, -7. Okay, so we do definitely. There is a rule there. Again, we're going to talk about that in a second. We're going to go on one more time. So this was my 180. And then we're going to go around one more time and do 270. So we do another 270. And the reason why you know these are 90 and 180 and 270 is notice how the quadrants are at a 90-degree angle. So every time you go into another quadrant, you're going a whole 90. So you're going 90, 180, and then 270. That's how you know that's happening like that. So for the 270, the one that's going to be in quadrant 3, and it's going counterclockwise. So basically, these will reverse if you go clockwise. So let's see. I would get 1, -2, and 3, -7, and then 7, -6. So that would give me 1, -2, 3, -7, 7, -6. Okay. So, let's see. So the rules are right here. So as we can look right here, we can see that basically we kind of flip the point around and then change the sign of the x coordinate. Here we just change the sign of both coordinates, and here we flipped it around and changed the sign of the y. You can see 2, 1 becomes -1, 2, 2, 1 becomes -2, -1, and 2, 1 becomes 1, -2. So let's go ahead and write those rules down real fast. So the very first thing we're going to do for rotating 90 degrees is switch the positions of the points. Pay no attention to my email that went off. Okay, 2, we're going to change the sign of the x coordinate. Okay. 4, rotating 270 degrees, or sorry, rotating 180 degrees, all we're going to do is we're going to change the signs of both. Okay, and then when we rotate 270 degrees counterclockwise, we're going to switch the positions of the points to change the sign of the y coordinate. Okay. So let's see some practice. So for R, A, W, and L, let's rotate them 90 degrees counterclockwise. So if I do that, first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to rotate the points, switch positions. So we get 4, 3, 2, -3, -2, 5, -5, -3. Okay. R prime. With them, we take these points, we change it to -4, 3. So we're changing the x. -2, -3. Again, changing the x. 2, 5. And then 5, -3. So flip and then change the positive to a negative. R. For 180, all we're doing is just changing the signs of both. So -3, -4, 3, -2, -5, 2, 3, 5. So it just changed the signs. 3, 4 became -3, -4. -3, 2 became 3, -2. 5, -2 became -5, 2. -3, -5 became 3, 5. So all you're doing is just changing the signs of both of those. Okay. Then for my last one, we're going to start off the same way as the 90, so we're going to flip them around just like this. And then r prime becomes, we're going to change the y in this case when it's 270. So 4, -3, 2, +3, -2, -5, and -5, +3. Okay. Then let's try one more set for object fin. And yeah, object fin is most likely a triangle, but you know, technically we don't know. But it's got 3 points. If anything 3 points is a triangle unless it's a straight line. So we're going to rotate 90 degrees. Again, we're going to flip around. -2, 5, 0, -7, -1, -3. And then f prime is going to be 2. So we're going to change that to a positive. So 2, 5. I prime is going to be 7, 0. N prime is going to be 1, -3. Okay, again, rotating 180 degrees. We're going to change the sign of both. So -5, +2. 7, and you don't change 0 because 0 doesn't have a sign because it's neither positive nor negative. Then -1, +3. Okay, then finally 270. I'm going to rotate 270. So I'm going to start by going -2, 5, 0, -7, -1, -3. Again, we're just rotating just like we did with 90. So we rotate them around. And then we're going to change the sign of the y. So 5 becomes -5, 0 becomes 7, and n becomes +3. And that's how you rotate.